question, what is IGE? From my perspective, it's about relationship and reaching out to people, particularly of different cultures and nationalities, different beliefs and understandings. And so IGE's role in our world today is simply building bridges and standing in the gap and being a voice for those who may be persecuted for their religious beliefs.
Yeah, I love IGE's self-conception of themselves as a think and do tank. They're a place that is really committed to diplomacy from the top down and the bottom up. And that's a unique combination. And they are interested in relational diplomacy and sustained engagement. The word engagement in IGE's name is not just a moniker, it's really a deep philosophy.
So basically what we do is we partner with either a local government agency or a major religious leader, and we bring together government officials, religious leaders, civil society actors, academics, legal professionals, all these into the same room, and we take them through whether it's either a 5-day or a 10-day course, and we bring in a host of experts from around the world to that country to talk about certain topics dealing with how religious freedom is done or struggles you can have with trying to implement religious freedom from a legal standpoint in a certain country.
Thưa ông, là đây là một cái lớp học mà được cái tổ chức IGE tổ chức. Đây là một tổ chức liên kết, kết nối giữa các học giả, các học viên mà quan tâm đến cái tự do về tôn giáo, về lĩnh vực tôn giáo nói chung. Cho nên bản thân cũng được công tác trong cái lĩnh vực này, tìm hiểu lĩnh vực này, cho nên đây là một cơ hội để bản thân được gặp gỡ các học giả, học viên quan tâm đến lĩnh vực tôn giáo.
IGE have to raise the public awareness of the significance and importance of the right to religious freedom, which is very much important to the development of the nation, which is sustainable.
When you see people stepping way out of their comfort zones and then interacting with people of absolutely different faiths and different cultures and beliefs is quite frankly astonishing. And it pays dividends to see the interaction, because there's now, guess what's happening? Open dialogue, communication and information is shared, because it's also building trust.
And I think IGE has been that valuable conduit, a means by which they are able to engage with the American government as well as other governments, but also showing that they are not shying away from the difficult issues.
Và với riêng đất nước Việt Nam chúng tôi thì tôi cũng được biết là IGE cũng là một trong những cái tổ chức mà rất là chia sẻ và ủng hộ về các cái chủ trương cũng như đường lối chính sách tôn giáo của Việt Nam chúng tôi.
Vietnam is perhaps of all the countries I've worked in, the one where I've seen the greatest changes over the last decade. When I started coming here about 15 years ago, it seemed like Vietnam was playing catch up to China in trying to figure out how to regulate religion. And in that intervening decade, Vietnam has made leaps and bounds of progress, whereas China has moved backwards. And so it's really heartening to see a place in the world where the trends are positive, when in so many places in the world the trends are negative.
One of the most encouraging feedback that we've heard from our partners in these countries is that not only are our programs facilitating the religious freedom progress in these countries, but it is also working towards building and improving relations between countries like Vietnam and the United States.
When you talk about freedom of religion in Vietnam, I think much better if you compare with maybe even in 5 years ago or 10 years ago, much better, a lot of improvement. So we're very happy that when we work with IGE and other partners, organizations and institutions in Vietnam and in the US on that process. I think that will make also a contribution to the relation between our two countries, Vietnam and USA.
Well, I think the basic rationale for supporting IGE is that they have been engaged in the work they've been doing in a meaningful, significant way for a long time. And you can't make an investment that is going to have a return anything like the investment in IGE unless you start over from scratch and want to make a 15-year investment.
We thank them, we thank the donors for all the action so far, but we also, because we want to expand more to other issues, and we think we can do better to upgrade awareness among the, not only the leaders and or the research leader and also officer, but we also want to put it to the maybe down to the grassroots, for example, district level, for example. So we need more.
To the donors, I think if you continue to support IGE and it works in Vietnam in terms of financial support or initiative, you are helping not just IGE, but you are helping Vietnam to shape its future and secure its future as well.
I think the support of donors, it's so vitally important. I think it's not just in terms of financial contributions, but also trying to be an evangelist, if I can put it that way, for IGE.
We would really like to offer opportunities to people to engage with us. Think about it for a moment. The Institute for Global Engagement. Well, you can be engaged. You can be engaged at the front lines. You may not need to go, and you may not choose to go, but there are those of us in IGE who are willing to go. So your contribution financially, your contribution through your skill sets, partners that you know, people you know, network, your own social network. That's how you can become part of this incredible organization.